Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroladaOfficial, and we continue with the Astrology Marathon 2023, a gift from the AstrolAda family to all of you for the year ahead so you can plan accordingly. Today, I'm here with one of our new astrologers, the beautiful and extremely knowledgeable Zuzana. She was recommended to me by so many people that kept writing, Zuzana, Zuzana, you have to have Zuzana. You have to work with her. So I'm very excited that Zuzana will present to us information about 2023, and she will especially focus on the north nodes and south node of the moon changing signs. Hello, Zuzana.
Hello, Ladi.
How are you doing? Are you excited for 2023?
I'm very excited. I think there will be so many great things happening. Of course, it will be on the edge, but in every crisis, there is an opportunity. And I feel the next year will be a lot of forward movement. And that's great.
Wonderful to hear. So I just want to say that Zuzana is offering, every astrologer for the marathon is offering a really nice discount on some of these services. And Zuzana will be offering a 2023 reading for you if you'd like, plus another reading on your nodes, the karmic nodes. What is your past lives? How do they connect with this one? What are your biggest lessons? What is the purpose for you in this lifetime? And of course, specifically 2023, the nodes. But let's continue with 2023. And what do you see for it overall, and then the notes?
Thank you very much. And I'm very grateful to have this opportunity again. So thanks a lot. I will do my best to provide you useful information in regards to the nodes. For the sake of this presentation, I will use my presentation to be structured. So I think we can start. If you don't have any questions, I think I will share my screen.
Yes, let me let you. All right, you can do it now.
Okay. Do you see it already?
Perfect.
Okay, great. So as you heard before, today I will talk about the North or True Node in Aries for the next year, and how the energy will shift only from the perspective of the North Node, which will actually move to the Aries sign on 17th of July 2023 and will stay there around 18 months, which means that it will be there until 11th of January 2025. So basically next year and then in 2024. And when you were never heard about the North Node, I will guide you how you are able to find it in your own horoscope and how it looks like. You see already on the first picture of this presentation, it looks a little bit like the headphones, you know. So North is the head pointing up, and the south is the reverse. So you will see it on the another picture also. Then you have you see there Aries sun sign. So when I want to say by a few words, what does it mean? To me, it's really because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and its ruler is Mars. It's very fiery energy. And North Node is, especially based on the mythology I will mention later on, but it's very amplifying everything. It exaggerates. So it means that energy next year will be very much on fire. Everything will be on fire, and it could be it could be literally there will be some disasters related to fire, but it will be happening for each of us in different areas of our life. So there will be a lot of new energy and the drive and the passion and the fire to focus on something. Okay, so I will explain some basics. What does it mean? What is the North and the South Node? So you understand. It's not a planet. It's a mathematical point, which is, there are two parts, and the lunar norths are actually 2 points where the moon's orbital path crosses the ecliptic. Ecliptic is the orbit of the sun. So there are 2 points, and you can see it very nicely on the presentation. So there is North Node and the South Node. North is pointing up, as I mentioned, and the South Node is reversed. And so these are the 2 points which exist. These points are real, they exist on the sky. And we know in our astrological practice that these nodes are so-called destiny points in the chart. North Node is basically moving north, and South Node is moving south. So you can see it very nicely on this picture. Now, there is, as with everything in astrology, there is some mythology connected to this. So there is a mythology about the demon or dragon or snake who wanted to become a god. So he broke all rules of soul's evolution, and he drank a juice of immortality. And Supreme Being Vishnu found out and cut him in the middle. So since then, the dragon was cut in 2 separate parts. There was a head without the tail and tail without the head. What does it mean? It means that there are 2 areas on your chart and also in your life, which one is very much connected to the past or to your childhood or past lives, if you believe in past lives. If not, so you can say it's connected to your childhood. And then there is the head, which is connected to the future, or it's moving forward. It's your desires and where you should actually be moving to, or what you should be exploring. So, but because these 2 parts are cut, yeah, they're on the exactly opposite each other in the chart, but they're not connected anymore. You need to be very skillful in your life, very aware of these 2 sensitive points to be able to actually work with both. That there is no extreme. In the childhood, there is a tendency to stay within your South Node because it's something which is very comfortable for you. There's your natural talents and gifts, and you should explore the North Node. But usually, most of us have the tendency to stay in the comfort zone, which is the South Node area in the chart. And we're scared because North Node is exploring something new. It's a new energy we don't have experience with. So we need to find out what is it and to move toward that. And usually that happens later in the life. So, but now I'm talking about the natal position. So there is a natal position of your South and North Node, which is there. This doesn't change. It's there during your life. You're born with this. But North and South Node move around the zodiac. They're actually moving in retrograde motion, and they stay in one sign around the 18 months. To take the full round, actually to take the full round around the whole zodiac, it takes them around the 18 years. So when you think about the stages of life, 18 and 36, etc., there are some major moments in the life in regards to moving towards your destiny or moving towards certain goals in the life. So as I mentioned, here you see on the third slide very nicely what's the difference between the head or the north node and the tail, and which is known as the south node. They're, again, good to remember, points of destiny, and they're points which are connected to evolution of the soul. I personally consider north and south node in the chart as one of the most important points, and I always give a strong focus when I'm doing a reading with these 2 points, because they're just very important piece of the whole puzzle of the chart. And even if I don't read and other things, and I only jump to the north and south node of the person, I get a lot of information from that. And of course, another thing about them is that they're eclipse points. So they're related to major shifts and major events, both collectively and in our personal life. So they're not only stayed or firm points which we held there during our life, but they're also points of change. So when there are eclipses, these get activated, and depending where it is in our chart, we are very much influenced.
Yeah, I've often felt the north node a bit like the energy of spring, because it's when the sun starts climbing on the northern part, and that's the same with the north node. It's where it crosses the the south node is like autumn a little bit. It's passive, introverted, coming within, and north node is very extroverted, going outside. Like in the spring, animals have to come out of their holes and explore again, and humans as well. We get excited about north node. You get excited, you get, even a lot of people get hornier, and the north node is a hornier energy, I've noticed, while the south node is the opposite. Ooh, withdrawing into yourself, and but it's exciting. This is the north node.
I totally agree. Yeah, I have the same feeling with them. And here I just wanted to, for people who don't know, or they don't know much about the astrology, I'm using, actually, I didn't mention at the beginning, but in this presentation, and when I'm talking about the North Node, I'm using Western astrology and the tropical zodiac. So here I want to show you, I just made a copy of the chart, and you can see here in the, there is a red pen around the north node of the moon. Actually, this is the position of the north node in Aries, how it looks like. So what you need to look for is exactly such position or similar position. So again, headphones placed in Aries. So you see the symbol. This is the symbol of Aries under. Yeah. So this is the green outside mark of the north node within the transit, within the certain period of time. Here in the inner circle, you see the natal position of the north node.
Chart. Inside the chart.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So if you want to find out where the north node will be transiting for them, they can go to astro.com, or they can just, if they know the ascendant, they would know where the north node is from Aries, which house it is.
Yes, we will talk at the end about the position of the north node in Aries for each rising sign, so they will get the information, of course. But if you want to check, you have the opportunity to check. If you use different softwares like Vedic astrology, or I think even your AstroLada, you need to look for Rahu or Ra. Sometimes you find, so you need to check for Rahu, not the sun, because that's another name for the north node of the moon. It's called Rahu, is the north node, as the dragon's head, and the Ketu as the south these two are always together. What is important to mention that when you look at the chart, usually in most of the softwares, you'll see the North Node, the head. But imagine that exactly opposite the North Node. So in this case, this is in Aries. So here in Libra, when I'm using the arrow, there is a South Node, but it's not there. You don't see it there, even if the picture is full. So just remember that they're always connected. They're move together in opposite direction. So this important information also in your natal chart, the same applies. Okay, so I mentioned they stay in one side around the 18 months. They move in retrograde motion. So this is important if you're wondering why last year there was a North Node, or it is still North Node in Taurus and the South in Scorpio, while they're moving in Aries and Libra. This is because they move in a retrograde motion. And you can call them also the karmic points in the chart, or you can come across with this expression because they're connected to karma. If you believe in past lives, as I mentioned before, they give you a lot of information, especially the position in your natal chart, give you a lot of information about your past or last past life at least. Okay, so now there are some information I want to share with you to understand the energy of North Node, how you can read it in your chart, be it natally or when there is a focus and they shift to another sign, what is happening there in the certain area. So there are some very short words you can relate to them. So North is moving up, then it's going high or more and far. It's out, it's big, it's connected to desire, it's a hunger or passion for something. It talks a lot about ambition. And within, especially when they move within the transits, you can translate them as the focus. Where is your focus during that certain period of time? Not always, especially when we're talking about the natal chart of the people. Not always it means when someone has the North Node in Aries that they're, you look at the person and they're extra passionate, but they have focus and ambition for something. I remember I was surprised, I think it's Nikola Tesla. He has North Node in Aries, but to me, or based on the information I read about him, he was quite, quite peaceful person, but he has a huge focus and ambition for his discoveries. So that's why not every person has apparent fire in them because of this position. It's more about they're really focused, sometimes obsessed with something. So wherever North Node goes, it amplifies and exaggerates that certain energy. So as I mentioned, when we're talking about North Node in Aries, it means that it will, this fiery energy and the martial energy, because Aries is under the influence of, or the ruler of the Mars, it exaggerates. So that's why we need to be careful, because no one wants too much fire, of course. But it's also the energy which goes forward. So we want something, we want to achieve something, we're looking forward, we're looking towards our future, we want, often we want some fast results. then it's external. So we want to, you know, cross some barriers or some boundaries. It brings also quite a lot of rebellious energy. Then it's foreign things, foreign people, also technologies, using technologies, some artificial energy, some innovations, etc. These are all very often connected to the north node of the moon. Extroverted and loud. North node is, remember always when you're thinking about it, is the head of the dragon who broke the rules, who wanted to become immortal as the god. He wanted to skip the steps in his soul's evolution. So he took the shortcut. He wanted to trick something. So that's why he doesn't care. He's loud. He doesn't care. He wants to be seen. So often these people with the prominent position of North Node in the chart, within something, what they do, depending on the area, they are seen. They're loud. They want to be heard. Now the south node, so it's your past destiny point. North node, you can look at the north node as the north or future destiny point, and the south node your past destiny point. So it's wherever south node is in your chart, it means something is deep. Yes, something is deep, connected to the past, or is going down, or you need to let go something, or it's less and it's compressed energy, or it's spiritual, internal. It's something you're losing something, or it's getting small. It's psychological. It's also the backward, because it's talking about the past. So you can simply look at this, something which is familiar to you, where you feel comfortable. Because when you look from the perspective of the soul's evolution, as I mentioned before, this is connected to your past life or your early childhood, or when you were in a certain environment. And something was very easy to you, something came naturally to you, you were provided with something, so it was there, it was your comfort zone. It's also quiet energy, more introverted, hidden, quiet. So it doesn't want to go out, it doesn't want to be seen. Again, it's the tail without the head. So sometimes when the people have the tendency to stay within their south node, and they're scared, or they don't want to reach to their north node, sometimes they're just, you know, it's like a headless chicken. You don't exactly know where to go. And people who are too much focused on the north node, or during certain periods of the life, they're too greedy, too hungry, and don't have so much spiritual background. So that's why, as I mentioned before, it's very important to find a balance between these two. In your natal chart, it takes a very long time, and I feel it also in my life. The nodes starts maturing around the 40 and later. There are some exceptions, but then you're slowly able to understand what's your life mission, and how you can actually grow based on the experience and the knowledge and understanding of and embracing the energy of your south node with the north node. Okay, so the question is what this may bring, since the change of the nodes since the beginning of the middle of the July. As I mentioned, true node, or the north node, which is a fate or destiny point, and its impact on the collective energy will shift during this date or around this date, and it will be there for 18 months. So because the head of the dragon or the North Node brings a lot of newness, this means there will be many new things. And among those things, there could be new enterprises, new sports and sports records, especially when you connect the North Node with the this martial energy. Mars is a lot about the action and the dynamic and moving forward and the fire. So probably even like speed records. There will be probably many records. I can imagine with this energy, there will be a new martial arts, new dynamic sports, maybe even some adventurous sports or dangerous sports, so or faster cars, because again Mars is about the speed, so faster cars from the perspective of the new technologies. Of course, more technologies, again, when you apply the characteristics of North Node, which means also more, so more technologies, higher technologies, faster technologies. There will be also probably new leaders. And with this, probably there is, on the other side, there will be also from the side of the people growing discontent with the leaders. So I think people will not be happy. Of course, because of some actions which will be taken on the other side, from the side of the government or these leaders. So, which means there will be more protests, growing protests, riots, as I mentioned, some wildfires, literally. When I checked in the history, some of the biggest wildfires were happening during North Node, the position of the North Node in Aries. This is the energy of sudden and brief events which happen very fast, and we need to react on them also fast. So it's good to be very flexible, and I think this will be the time which will be very useful, or which will be very, yeah, enjoyable even for people who like changes and new environments and the new things. Yeah, so there will be, as I mentioned, a lot of opportunities for newness, new things. Another thing, or from another perspective, of course, conflicts, wars, but there could be new conflicts also coming up. It's not only related to the current conflict, also because Mars itself is all about the individualism. There will be some sort of separation from existing unions. We will be making, or people will be forced to make independent decisions. I can imagine with this energy that some of the nations which are a part of union will decide to act differently, or will not like their position anymore, and they will decide to step out, which could be creating a lot of tension, of course. There will be also innovations in military industry. This is again related to martial energy. Yeah, and I think that's it briefly. What is it helpful for, or what is it good for on the positive side? I think this is great energy for science, and there could be very helpful some science developments, also technology and overall evolution in general. It is quite negative because North Node may bring a lot of obsessions and obsessive behavior. Aries itself, this is nothing against Aries. I love Aries. I have Moon in Aries, but Aries itself, according to Vedic astrology, this is a little bit generalization, but it's one of the most malefic signs when there is too much anger or when there is a frustration. It could be really on the edge. So that's why this North Node in Aries could bring a lot of obsessions, compulsions, crime, greed. So because the South Node is in Libra, and Libra itself is all about the peace, agreement, love, trying to find a solution. If this North Node will be applied by people and the energy will be strong, then people will focus mostly on their individualism, on their own needs. This is very instinctual energy, survival energy. So there could be a lack of understanding of what's happening to the others. So again, very much this is very much about surviving and moving forward. This will be very much affecting the neighboring countries and their agreements between the countries. This will be everywhere. This will be loud, and it could be dangerous energy for us collectively and also individually. But we cannot, what's happening outside, we cannot fully influence, but we are able to work with our own vibration. And that's why what we are able to do in such situations which are on the edge or are bringing us too much tension or anxiety, we can focus on ourselves and take the action, take the opportunity, because North Node is also very opportunistic. So take the opportunity which is given to us from the position of North Node in Aries during that certain time, because North Node also brings us a lot of new experience. We can explore, we can learn new things depending on the area. So again, it gives a lot of newness to our life. And I believe where there is a newness, there is always a hope, always an opportunity to move forward. So this is also a great energy for us to evolve. Okay, so when I checked, I was very curious, and I checked what was the position of North Node in Aries. When was it in Aries in the past? And I have some dates for that. So it was between the years of January 1949 and July 1950, then August 67 till April 69, then April 1986 till December 1987, and then the end of December 2004 and until June 2006. This was basically the most recent one. And among of these, I have listed some of the events I found on Wikipedia. Some of them I'm aware of or I know I heard, especially which are connected to the year 1968. Probably all of us know a little bit about that. But some of these events I didn't know, and I was quite surprised, especially the last one, which happened in 2005. But I will keep this to the end because I really like this from the symbolic point of view. So 1968, what to say? This was the game changer, I think, for many people. This is called the most turbulent year in modern American history. So It doesn't mean it will be the same year next year, but there could be such flavor. As we know also from another perspective, there will be many changes around the spring next year, because there are many shifts in the energy. So I think really next year, especially, the whole year will be about the change and the fast change. So 1968 was also marked as the turning point. There was the assassination of Martin Luther King and aspiring presidential candidate of Robert Kennedy. This was a big thing. I think many people heard about this. Of course, Cold War, Vietnam War, but also because of these situations, there were many civil rights movements. And I think this is also the great opportunity during next year when there is this shift. I believe and I hope, especially in my country, I think, I don't know, many people are still like sleeping, but I think there will be, this will be happening and in a big way. So anti-war protests, people will actually gather because there is a war. So South Node actually has the potential to bring people together to fight North Node for a great thing or for their independence or survival. So maybe this will be the time when people will decide to really to fight, and they realize that there is nothing to lose anymore. So we need to unite because we are humans at the end. So also because Aries is youthful energy. Again, I'm hopeful, but with this year 1968, there was a mark which was connected to youth culture. So there could be, I don't see it yet much, but I believe and I hope that this will be also the moment when young people will do something, will decide to do something, to unite for something, and to change something. So or they come with some genius idea, and they help us collectively to change our circumstance. Also technological advancements, I don't know exactly what, but this is probably something was happening there in 1968. But I have some other years. I just wanted to point out this one because I think we all remember, we all know what was happening there. And for some other dates, which was quite interesting for me, 1949, Soviet Union detonates its first atomic bomb, which has the code name First Lightning. First Lightning. So I hope this is not going, to be a case this time, but this happened. Then Berlin airlift ends. So there are many good things. Even in the conflicts, it's not only about the beginning of the war. There are also endings. So I believe it will be many changes, not only starts of the conflicts, but some resolutions, and some of them could be quite surprising to us. Then there was apartheid becomes official government policy in South Africa. This was also quite interesting, because what is apartheid? Apartheid is about the separation of the people, creating, and this was official, and this was, of course, during that time, this was related to racial separation, but there could be any reasons. Then the constitution comes into force, making India a republic. Yeah, so also some good things.
Aries is also about independence. So that,
yes,
you see a lot of countries deciding to be independent, like you said, from certain unions, to do their own politics that is on their interest rather than just follow what they're being told by big unions. So you said that earlier, so I just thought it's very important to repeat.
Yes, and I think I didn't mention, I don't have it in my notes, but Libra is about the law and the rules and the fairness. So I can imagine with this energy, there will be some new laws, let's say, even official in different countries, of course.
Some old laws leaving, that's it, and new laws coming, exactly.
Yes, exactly. And this could bring a lot of anger in people. Maybe they don't even talk about it now. And then there is a law and you need to do this and that, and people are angry and they will start, being crazy. Yeah. So I can imagine, I don't want to scare people, but I think these things will come definitely. And that's why it's there. The energy is opening up for us. Then what was interesting was the Great Storm. I never heard about it. It was in 1987, but it was one of the worst storms in history of UK. And I've read, I'm not sure about the number, but 15 or 18 million of trees were destroyed. And this is not something which is not common in UK comparing to, for example, USA. So this was also a big thing. Then India invades Pakistan. And so you can see there are only, I selected few things. Of course, some of them are talking about the conflicts, but some of them are talking about some peaceful resolutions. Some of them are talking about technologies, technological advancement. But to me, the most interesting was 2005. When I look at it, I don't remember many things, to be honest, but there was the first ever video uploaded on YouTube.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's YouTube has an Aries energy to it seems, North Node in Aries.
When did you start your YouTube channel, Lada?
I'm a dinosaur. I started 2009. Just 4 years after. Maybe that will be the end of YouTube. The cycle finishes. Those 19-year cycles, 18-year cycles of the nodes coming back to the same signs. This is also when the birth of children that happens and so on. Usually when many times children come when you have a North Node transit, because on nodes transit, because it will be with you for 18 years, 18, 19 years. Yes. Maybe YouTube will have a baby. We'll see. Maybe they would upgrade it or something.
I expect something like that.
Militarize it in some way. Also,
asteroid Aries was discovered. So this North Node energy is a lot about the new things and discovery. So we can expect something similar also. Then this is interesting. International Year of Sport and Physical Education. This was announced for the year 2005. So I think next year will be many people will start doing a lot of physical activities, martial arts, new sports, or looking after their body, getting stronger. So
such great news.
That's great.
Me as a nurse, I've been waiting for that and always giving excuses. I go run one day, then I don't. So now it's gonna happen.
Yes, I'm sure. And in your case, I think you have Aries in your third house, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's your third house, so it's great moment for you to start doing that. So then I'm not sure if this it's true, but Wikipedia says first person cured or cured of HIV, so again, you can look at this from the perspective of advancement or something new in medical industry with the technologies and you know, from the perspective of the Rahu, and first is always related to Aries because it's first sign of the zodiac. First human face transplant. I use this one also because I know face is more related to Taurus, but head is Aries. So again, I think this energy could be related to North Node in Aries. Then North Korea agrees to stop building nuclear weapons in exchange for aid and cooperation. So again, there is a hope. There is a hope, you know, to stop doing something which would be a threat for people. Then Peace Mission 2005. So there could be some peace missions we would never expect. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but who knows?
But then it follows the first joint China-Russian military exercise. It seems they started preparing for a future war from 2005 together. Sorry, maybe now the next cycle explodes. So touch on wood.
I didn't mention this. I didn't mention this one, but I think it was 1949 or 1950, and they say that NATO was created as the you know, defense union. So that was the initial goal of creating NATO.
During North Node in Aries again?
Yes, yes.
Something important will happen for NATO, but this is a military union, NATO, and it's probably has had the most it's been probably the most aggressive union.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Protection, but they've destroyed so many countries. It's I mean, I'm part of NATO, but it's obvious, you know, every war they start to protect democracy or something, they destroy a whole country. I guess there might be another push from them, who knows.
Yeah, and this is exactly the energy of the North Node, that it pretends or it tricks, it's something, and in fact is doing harm, or it could be doing harm, not so much help, or you know, it's a little bit tricky. So that's why we need to be careful of even of people we meet during this transit, because sometimes they're not what they seem to be. So it's good to be on guard a little bit too with the people we are meeting around. So
and I would think even North Node in Aries, because Rahu is the pretender, it has wonderful qualities of advancement and progress, but like you explained with the mythology, Rahu tricked the system and pretended that a war that is if a war happens or aggressive actions during Rahu in Aries, which is presented in a very different way. It's presented as saving or a fake or false information for a reason for a war to enter into war. I'm just worried for this kind of stuff. I hope it's not, but we just follow symbology. So let's see.
Exactly. But to me, the most interesting one was I don't know if you heard about this, because I never heard about this, but to me this was a great example of the symbolism of North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra. Maybe for beginner it would be too difficult to understand, but there was a premiere of Avatar movie inspired by Chinese martial art, and its name was The Last Airbender. Air as the element, and bender as the ability of the character to work with the elements, to you know, to modify the elements. So they're using it as their skills. You know, they do, for example, with air, they slide the air, and they're doing many like mystical or magical things with that. And this was an animated television series. So again, I can see a lot of evolution and new things related to gaming industry, even animations, new warrior-like stories and movies.
The superhero, I'm so fed up with Uranus in Aries. Everything that was on TV was some kind of a superhero series, or sorry,
Exactly.
Uranus in Aries was like that all the time. But I guess it will be again. Hiya, hiya.
Exactly. And with this Avatar movie, literally, Wikipedia says that the main character was responsible for maintaining harmony among the world's 4 nations and serves as the bridge between the physical world and the spirit world. So to me, when I read this, to me, there is the strong message also for us people to maintain the harmony among this maybe more aggressive and conflict-prone energy, and finding some peace within or among us as the human beings. And there is another sentence that this series is centered around the journey of 12-year-old Ang, the current avatar, and the last survivor of his nation, along with his friends, as they strive to end the Fire Nations war against the other nations of the world. To me, this is absolutely crazy. When I read this description, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is to me exactly the symbolism behind North Node in Aries and South Node in Libra. So I don't know what to say, but when I read this, I was, wow. So maybe it's worth to check more about this, and we can get many answers there.
The Five Nations war against other nations. Yeah.
So I think for all of us, it will be very important next year to become a little hero, either in our own environment or with our friends, neighbors, or small communities. I think we will be called to this in some way. So for someone, it could be in the area of gaining some new skills, etc., to contribute. For someone else, it would be being a leader of the group. For someone, it will be taking risk in the career field and trying something new, etc. But I think the main message of this energy to me is being a peaceful warrior, even I would say peaceful warrior and peaceful leader, and to be strong, but at the same time to stay in a harmony and a peace within.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I will go now through each rising sign. I will not stay very long because I think the main themes I have mentioned, but I will go so you understand a little bit how it may affect you. Okay, so before that, I want to mention that there will be also some other events which influences a little bit or opens the door for the energy of North Node in Aries. It will be Jupiter in Aries, which will be there till May 2023. So Jupiter is a planet of the knowledge and wisdom, but it works a little bit in different way comparing to North Node. Jupiter is a blessing. Jupiter is a teacher archetype, a protector. Jupiter opens the door, but North Node doesn't discriminate. The North Node could be a little bit greedy, so you need to be a little bit careful when this shift happens. When the North Node will get into the Aries, because Jupiter will not be there anymore, so the energy will change. Then there will be eclipses, and because North Node and South Node, as I mentioned, are parts of eclipses. It's important to understand there will be 2 eclipses on this axis of the Aries and Libra, and one will be on 20th of April 2023, last degrees of Aries, and another one will be 14th of October 2023, 21 degree of Libra. So that's why the energy could be felt since April, because end of April, May, there could be some warming up of this energy of North Node in Aries, because there will be already eclipse in the last degree of Aries. So you could feel this energy a little bit before actually North Node and South Node will move to the axis of Aries and Libra. Okay, so who is impacted the most? Well, to some extent, probably we all will feel it a little bit, but it could emphasize the energy for the people who have their North Node in Aries in the natal chart. So they will have, after those 18 years, their nodal return. Then for the people who have their South Node in Aries in the natal chart, this is like a reverse nodal return. To them, it's again the point when there will be some tests, and there could be some confusion be present because they need to adapt actually both of the energies. Again, it's quite significant for people who have one of those points in Aries and Libra. Then it will be quite strongly felt for people who have stellium or any planets, mostly personal planet, on the axis of Aries and Libra. And then I would say strong energy for Aries and Libra rising people. But now I will go. Okay, and and for elements in general, very shortly, for fire signs, there will be strong focus on themselves and their self-development, and maybe there will be a little bit detached from another people. But I think this is for them, it's quite natural also. So I think they will strive them and no big issues there, but strong focus on themselves. For air signs, there will be strong focus on the others, and many opportunities will come to their life through the others and the working with the group. And there will be a little bit more detached from their own ego and own self, or maybe there will be a little bit more spiritual background, but a lot of growth will come through the others and interaction with another people. Then for water signs, there will be a strong focus on work, career, money, and basically practical things. Not so much focus on their emotions and where they feel naturally. So more practical things they will discover. For earth signs, there will be more focus on the spiritual, psychological, internal world, and not so much on the practical matters. They will explore a little bit more the unknown in general. Okay, so, and the last part, I will read this and I will add maybe a little bit more. So Aries rising, for you, this will happen in your first house. So it means there will be, of course, focus on you. So what does it mean? As I mentioned, many people will start working out. So for you, this means that you will be very passionate about your look and your body. You will go to the gym, you will exercise, you will find a lot of grounding through the sport, because this energy of Rahu could bring you, it could be too much. It amplifies everything. So you will be a lot literally on fire. So you will need to calm down a little bit. Then what could happen, or how this could manifest in your life, you may be letting go of certain people or certain relationships, or you could be a little bit more detached from relationships. Or another way how this may play out, if you are not in the relationship, you may find or meet someone who is more spiritual. Or if you are in a relationship with your partner, there could be some losses within the life, or in the life of your partner. And this could be even like your partner is losing the weight, so it doesn't need to be anything bad, but there could be some detachment and something related to your partner, that there is not so strong focus on the partner. Then you will be focused on building your own self-image. Everything will be about you. Maybe you will decide to change everything in your life and to start something brand new, and you will decide to change everything. So it impacts your home, your family, your partnerships, even your career. So a lot about you. Then you may decide to transform your health and your body, and literally to work on it every day. There will be a lot of ambition and strong desires coming from you. So you will be actually you will be a bearer of this Rahuvian energy. People will feel your drive and your passion, but be a little bit careful with some illegal temptations or some shortcuts. Stay on the path of the rightfulness. Be very careful during those 18 months not to do any illegal actions. And of course, because it's in your first house, try also to control your emotions and don't enter any conflicts, and try to focus on yourself. That's what's the most important for you. Then for Taurus rising, North Node is actually moving to your 12th house. So till July, it was in your sign, and South Node was in Scorpio. Now this means that there will be for you a little bit ease of very strong energy, because when North Node was in your sign and there were many eclipses were happening on the axis of Scorpio and Taurus, that means you will rest for some while, even though your North Node, your Uranus will be in your sign for some time longer. But still, there will be ease, and last eclipse in Taurus will be on 28th of October. This is the last one, and after that, you will enjoy your drink somewhere. Jupiter will be a big help there, because it will come into your first house, so you will feel more optimistic. Again, you can get many improvements with your health and your body. If you're concerned about that, a lot of more joy and excitement, because this is the axis of the North Node in the 12th and South Node in the 6th. This means that this is a health axis of the zodiac. 1st and 7th for Aries rising is a relationship axis. So this means for you that you will be experimental with alternative healing methods. Then you could be a little bit more detached from your daily routines and work duties. Even if you have some employees, it could be not so much interest about that, because you will be exploring something else, and this could be some secrets, or you will need more rest. You will want to rejuvenate. You will talk to your psychologist, or you will be exploring unknown worlds. You could have vivid and mysterious dreams, and you could even do some channeling through the dreams. On the other side, you need to be careful also with some addictions and obsessions. When you have, you could even experience a little bit like scary dreams. So this, because this is related to this demonic head of the dragon. So don't freak out. Try to be calm and try to understand what these dreams are trying to tell you. You could be interested in taking some retreats, learning meditations, going to ashrams, be on isolated places. There could be opportunities for you to grow through selfless service and charity. Then for Gemini rising, this is happening for you on the axis of the 11th. North node is the 11th house, south node is in the 5th house. This is very much connected to, well, this is a great placement for North Node. North Node loves this placement. So this is the area of gains and wishes. So to me, from my perspective, I believe this will be a very exciting period for you. You could be joining some exclusive groups or society, creating new networks, new friends. You will be meeting with very ambitious people. You will be enriching your networks. Even if you use, for example, social media, you may increase your following, or you may start building following on brand new social media or using some new technologies. You may decide, because this 11th house is related to some humanitarian activities also. So you may decide to do something for communities. There will be many opportunities for you to join big events. You could be on the other side, because South Node is in the 5th house. You could be a little bit detached from your own creativity and to focus a little bit more on the bigger scale or on the requirements of the group. You may even want to be a leader of certain groups. You may change your friends circle. Again, these relationships could be a little bit artificial or opportunistic. They doesn't necessarily need to be very close. But it's, again, the reason of this is experiencing and embracing the new. You could be using more technologies, for example, when interacting with different people. If you have children, you could be a little bit more, let's say, not having so much time for your children, or your children simply maybe are 18 years old and they grew up and they just leave the house, or younger or older, it doesn't matter, but you may be freed from some responsibilities related to your children. Then for Cancer rising, this is happening in your 10th house. So this is a shift in the direction of your career with the North Node there, because North Node is in 10th and South Node is in the 4th for you. There could be, or you may take a risk or a new path with a career. It could be a little bit risky or sudden at the beginning, but then brand new opportunities may open. Or you may, for example, be employed somewhere. There is a new boss, maybe Rahuvian a little bit. So he's a little bit eccentric, a little bit too much, demanding, fiery, very innovative. Or there could be an opportunity for you to become a leader, and it could be sudden. So a new place and a sudden rise for you. Especially we can see this a lot in the career very easily, even with natal placement of the Rahu. There could be a sudden rise. So So sudden jump, you could be suddenly promoted. And you as a person, even sometimes you may not feel like you're ready, but you're thrown there. And then there are some changes there could be some changes through the crisis, but you gain. Remember that this is for you the opportunity to gain something material. Rahu is materialistic. So because this is connected to your 10th house, which is often also the place of the midheaven, you could achieve something huge in your life. Then external circumstances will show you right direction. So again, be open, listen, and check your gut feeling and go for it. If you feel it's right and it's moral and you are not breaking some rules there, you could be a little bit more detached from family or family obligations. This is very very easily to be read from the South Node in the area of home and family. But how it may play out also is a change of living because of the job, for example, or you could be freed from family. Your family may be moving somewhere else, for example. There could be, you could be put in the position of authority before you're ready for it. And also another way how this may play out is that some heavy karma or some heavy family karma is suddenly sorted out, so you're letting it go. For Leo rising, this is happening in your 9th house. To me, this is quite exciting energy, and I think Leo rising will like it. There will be a lot of focus on the knowledge, travel, foreign cultures. This could be based on some opportunities, or not even opportunities, but the reasons you're going for it could be opportunistic. So you will gain from it. So it doesn't need to be pure, this pure intention, which is usually connected to Jupiter. When the Jupiter is there until May, there could be new wisdom and new knowledge. And later on with the Rahu, you could even meet when you're learning something, or if you're finding the right guru, you could even meet teachers who are a little bit very charismatic, but sometimes they're pretending who they are. It doesn't need to be necessarily true. So be careful who you worship during such period. But your intention during this is you want to experience, and this is underlined, experience. So new experiences, new ideologies, new belief systems, and then will open up for you. So even if you believed in something before, this may change, or you may want to learn something you never think about before, or taking some prestigious university just because of its name, and because it may help you to climb the social ladder. And then studying mind expanding things, you will be hungry for knowledge, literally. So you will want to understand it all. You will want to go for some huge concepts. You will meet up with people from different social class, or from different cultural background, or from different countries. You will lose a little bit of the interest in your local communities, because you will want to this excitement and exchange with different people. You will be more connected to your higher mind. There could be some crisis with your local, let's say, relatives or brothers, sisters, neighbors, and the people who live close to you. But you will not care much about that, but because the strong focus will be out there on the others. and you will meet many charismatic and attractive and prestigious and the rich people, teachers, gurus, and people from all corners of the life. For Virgo rising, there will be North Node in your 8th house and the South Node in your 2nd house. So this is the financial axis, and to you this could mean that there will be some big life changes. These could be related, but don't be scared, but these could be related to the themes of the 8th house, which is birth, death, transformation, and trauma. That doesn't need to be literate. It only means that something is dying out. There could be, for example, huge changes in the life of your spouse or the partner. Your partner could be giving birth, or some huge changes. Doesn't need to be only you, but 8th house is also one of the houses which is connected to birth as the transformational, birthing as the transformational process. You will, during this period, you will benefit through the others. So this could be some gains through the others, be it your life partner or your business partner, or it could be even some institutions as the banks, etc. But there could be a moment when you need to let go of some old possessions or even collections, because the 2nd house is connected to collections. So you may let go of something in order to gain something, which could be more, North Node. Then this is also connected to letting go of old habits, traditions, and values. This comes from the energy of the 2nd house, which is the traditional placement of the Taurus. So you may start or in the life of your partner, as I mentioned in the beginning, there could be new beginning and the ending, or both at the same time. You may become very passionate about mysteries, secrets, confidential information, occultism, astrology, sacred sexuality, tantra. You may be discovering some new healing methods, some shamanic, etc., more occultistic, and the very deep past life regressions, etc. Then realizing some deep psychological truth about yourself or about the others, and you will receive from the others. It could be some gifts or inheritance, or even some sort of deep knowledge. For Libra rising, this will be in your 7th house. So you may, during this time, there could be some fated partnerships, even possible marriage, because this is the axis of the marriage. First 7th house, especially if you have, for example, a moon there, this is from the perspective of the Vedic astrology quite strong indication. Then there could be gains through others, through the interaction from others. Others will give you a lot of opportunities. You will expand your clientele when you work with the clients, or you will be meeting new clients, different clients, rich clients, foreign clients, very, let's say, progressive clients. Yeah, we're learning new things, we're working with technologies, or you may start when you're doing some consultation using new technologies. You will be meeting bold, successful, foreign, prosperous, and ambitious people. You will be getting more privileges through the other people. Even you may become also famous, but you will meet driven and even famous people who will help you they will get you the ticket to their circles. So maybe this will fade after those 18 months, but this could be the opportunity during this time. Be careful. Again, as I mentioned before, be careful how much you open to these people. Of course, they can stimulate you, they can open new doors for you in many areas, but you know, be a little bit cautious. It's a little bit a different energy comparing to the one which will be opened by Jupiter until May. This is you will gain a lot of knowledge and the wisdom through these interactions, but later with the North Node there could be also some tricky people, so just be aware of that. Then you could be a little bit experimental in your relationships. If you have your stable partner, could be more adventurous. You can explore something in each area of your life. There could be some tricky types of situations with other people. You could be more passive as the person, or more detached from you. And but you will be meeting active people, so they will work, or their influence or you on you will be like a fiery, so you will be pushed to be open to new things. So on you it will have emptying influence. You could be losing weight if you want. Then there will be, or from another perspective, you could do some spiritual, for example, work on yourself, so you can advance spiritually. Maybe your relationship with your spouse will require certain sacrifice, so you will focus on your partner and you will need to change something in your own life. For Scorpio rising, North Node will be in your 6th house. This is again the connection between the body and spirit. 6th house, or focus on the body, and 12th house of the spirit, or health and the work exists. So you will be, similarly to Taurus, you will be also freed from eclipses. Even though you are a Scorpio and you are able to handle heavier energies, I think you will be happy that you can rest for a while. You will be passionate about your health and research. Scorpio to me is one of those sun signs who quite enjoy and is able to transform even your own physical body. So maybe you will be also very similarly to Aries rising. You could be very excited about going to the gym and exploring your daily routines and daily activities. You could be very innovative in the way of working, how you work. You may be prone to change the office. You will decide to change the office. It could be new electronics there, or like more tech-like office. Changing, yes, using new technologies, exactly, I mentioned that. Because these 6th and 12th house could be related to some substances. Be careful with either experimental or illegal substances. You could have the opportunity to release the past through your dreams. There could be many dreams which just clarify you some things, or you will remember what these dreams are trying to tell you. This is opportunity to let it go of some vices and addictions. But because of the North Node in the 6th, you may let go of some addiction. And in the 6th house, you could use some supplements instead of that. For example, you're addicted to some heavy drugs, and then you're just taking some pills, you know, as the supplement. So again, be careful if it's not the same, you know, but just be careful there to watch out if how you're doing there. If you decide to go this way, then you may use the opportunity to get the help from psychologists or even psychics, some mediums, and you may start doing more of some spiritual exercise as a part of your daily routines. From Sagittarius rising, this is happening in your 5th house. Again, a great placement to me, especially in regards to your desires. Your desires are literally on fire. You will be very adventurous. First of all, this could be in your romantic life, in the area of your self-expression, many creative ideas coming through you. You could have the opportunity to become famous or to be on the stage, and all the lights on you. Many innovative, progressive ideas coming your way. There will be a strong focus. 5th house is related to children and love and creativity and recreation. Even you could be more prone to take risks, because Rahu is a lot about the experimenting. So there could be some big risks you want to take, and be bold and brave there. On the other side, you could be detaching from others, big groups of people, and more concerned on your own creativity and your own talents, and working with them, not listening to what society dictates you. Absolutely. So you will not care anymore about that. Again, focus on your children, or you could be very busy with your children for some reason. Also, because 5th house is also the house of your hobbies and passions and recreation, sports. So you will be very focused there, and you will enjoy it. You may start doing some new sports or some new creative activity, and you will let go a little bit big groups and big events and the world as it is, because you will create your own world there. Through your creativity, you will listen to your own heart, what you want to do, and how you want to evolve in the certain moment. You could be also experimental with the romantic partners if you're single, for example. So, or if you have a partner, you could start doing more adventures together, or discovering new hobbies together, being more adventurous, more alive. For Capricorn rising, this will be happening in your 4th house. So north node of the moon will be in the 4th, and the south node will be on the 10th, which means there will be big shifts for you in the area of your home and career. So you will have new opportunities and a focus on expanding of your home environment. So there are many means how you can do this. You could be thinking about acquiring a new land, new home, changing the location of the living. There could be some move. You may decide to upgrade the lifestyle. So you're thinking about more, let's say, poshy home or nicer home or nicer decoration. So you wanted to live, or you decide to live in more prestigious place or area or neighborhood. Also, you could be interested in alternative way of living, using more technologies to build a house or in your house, using electronics. You could be interested in exploring your roots and history. Also very experimental if you have children. You could be experimental in partnering and nurturing others, or how you look after them, how you prepare some dishes, how you do dining, etc. You will be a little bit more detached from the work and your work obligations, because there will be strong focus on the home and family. Or another way, this could be even joining these themes together. For example, doing some work from the home, staying in the home, focusing on the home, and detaching from the work, so working from the home. You will be focusing a little bit more on your emotional well-being, and this is also a good position for a spiritual and scientific career. If you're working in such career, that means that you will not lose so much the interest, but you will have the opportunity to deepen and to discover something new there, and to work on this with a stable passion. Then for Aquarius rising, this is happening in your third house. So North Node will be in the third, and the South Node will be in your ninth house. So what does it mean for you? You will have opportunity to learn new things. So Jupiter was here before, so he paved the road with this transit. Your interest grew already, but with the transit of North Node of the Moon there, you could be even like using more technologies, new technologies. You will be more hungry for the information. Even you will want to, your mind will want to be stimulated. If you're working in the marketing, or if you need to do some advertising marketing for yourself, there will be many innovative ideas connected to marketing, speaking, writing. You could even decide to learn some new languages. Great moment for that. You want to explore different activities. Probably you will be very busy because of this position. You may test some alternative ways of learning. Your mind will be very hungry for the information. There will be more. So be careful again that you will not burn out, and you are able to process the information, and you will be able to discriminate what is worth of the contemplation and what is not. So again, because Rahu doesn't discriminate, be careful, especially during those 18 months, that you're able to archive important information, and the rest throw into the rubbish, what you don't need. So do the cleanup sometimes. Then you may gain prestige, and this, because of this position, this is the axis of the communication. So you may gain prestige and some external rewards for your, for example, speaking, writing, etc. For such activities, for your work. You could focus also on the, let's say, trade, because third night axis is connected to the trade. There could be some innovative or new ways how you communicating to the outer world, and you could take some small steps to be more efficient, or to use some technologies to speed up, or to change something. So you're more efficient. You're doing things, for example, faster or more effectively. And then you will be taking some practical steps in the communication and your expression, more local travel, comparing to the foreign travel. Maybe you will decide to explore a little bit your country, or small communities, local people, and you will let go old beliefs which are related to the ninth house. Third house is more focused like on the new things. You will just not care about them anymore. Okay. For Pisces rising, North Node will be in your second house. South Node will be in your 8th house. So again, this is for you the financial axis. So your sign ruler Jupiter will be in your second house until May. What does it mean for you? You could be even before north node of the moon will get into this area in July. Even before, you could be quite lucky with material things, material possessions. Your focus will be on your resources, your own resources, and the material things. So what does it mean for you? You will be more self-efficient. You will, instead of relying on another institutions in regards to money or your support from your spouse, you will be, some opportunities will come your way for you to grow, to expand your own resources. So you will have the opportunity to expand your possessions. Of course, you may do some investments there. Also, because the second house is connected to five senses, so you will be experiencing with your five senses. So it could mean that you will be in this kind of some new taste. You may, since the transit begin in July, you may have some new, sour food. We will want to try some sour food or very sweet food, etc., experimenting with them. Or you may like some new type of music you didn't listen before, or you were not curious before. Maybe you will decide to take a massage you never tried before, and you will like it and you will want it more and more. This is also the position of North Node when some people can become rich very quickly. It doesn't apply to everyone, but the opportunities will come your way to improve your financial situation. There will be opportunity for you for innovative and progressive investments. With the Rahu in the second house, I believe in Aries, I believe these investments could be also related to, for example, cryptocurrencies or NFTs, or something new there, something new which just few people know about, and you will hear from someone and you will want to you want to give it a try, to take the risk and to invest. Then your husband may be making less because the South Node is in the area of the 8th house, which are the resources of others. Or, for example, government stops with some payments you had for some time. So again, you will have to become more self-sufficient, and you may gain a lot from this. Second house is also related to your discovering or deepening your talents and gifts. So again, you can think about how you can make more money, and by this you will be successful during this period within this area. Then this energy also will help you to detach from deep and heavy topics which are related to the 8th house. And also you may be successful in releasing trauma from the past, either from your childhood or your past life. So I think that's it from my side. Again, I think it was a little bit longer than I expected, but I just wanted to send the message through, and I hope it was clear.
It was chock-a-block full of information. I listened mine and my husband and my children. I just loved it all. Thank you so much for doing such a extensive preparation. And I love how you use both the techniques of Vedic and Western, and I like doing the same. So thank you so much, Zuzana.
Again, I learned this from you. You're my teacher.
I like to mix and match.
Thank you. Me too. Absolutely. I'm the same. And I think all the information are so useful for us. There is no reason to focus on one thing. I think we are here to collect the information and to choose what's right for us. So this is how I work. So.
Thank you so much, Zuzana. Again,
Thank you.
if anyone would like a personal reading with Zuzana, she's doing 2023 personal readings plus a reading specifically on your north or south node. What are you here to do? What is your karmic past, karmic future? I think if anyone gets any astrology reading, that should be the north node and south node readings. That's what I always focus on when I used to do readings. And now you can carry on with what I used to do. Maybe one day I'll do again. Thank you so much. But the new generation has to work now. And I wish everyone great year ahead. As you see, incredible new energy, incredible, so much Aries fire, new beginnings. It's all activated all the year. First Jupiter, then the North Node. So for all of us, new excitement. We'll be like puppies, exciting for something new in our lives. And Zuzana showed you where exactly it's going to come in your life. The whole year. It first starts with Jupiter, and then it carries on with the North Node. Thank you so much. Have a great year. Looking forward to have you again soon with another amazing presentation. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you found this video useful.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone. Bye-bye.